Hello and welcome to episode 25 of the Wellbeing Knits podcast. My name is Robin and today's episode is going to be a little bit more normal compared to the last couple that I've done. I have finished objects, I have works in progress, I have a small amount of acquisitions, of course, and I have future knitting plans. So, let's just get into it, shall we? As you know, I'm Robin. This is Wellbeing Knits. I am Wellbeing Knits on Instagram, and I am Double Doors Socks on Ravelry. Everything will be linked below. And if I look over in that direction, that is where my notes are. So I will look at those frequently because I will forget everything. So let's get started with what I am wearing. It is also combined with finished objects. You may all know what this is by now and probably sick of seeing it on my Instagram, maybe anyway. I am very pleased with this. Got a little back detail there. So this is my Shortcake sweater by Jaime Creates. As I mentioned on one of my previous podcasts, she was hosting a knit along for this sweater, and I'm just really pleased with it. I joined in the knit along. I got added to a Discord group to chat about it. I stash dived for the yarn, so it's all from stash. I didn't have to buy anything for this, so I was really pleased with that, and I just love it. As the minute it's been dry, I've worn it since it dried from blocking, and yeah, I love it so much. So it has a beautiful rolled hem. You start with the back, you knit the back down, then you do the left front and then the right front, and then you join in the round and work down, and then you do the sleeves. Now the sleeves don't have any decreases, as you can see. They are quite poofy. If I was going to do the pattern again, I probably would decrease more or do a smaller size for the sleeves, just so they were a bit more fitted. Because what I ended up doing was I went down to the smallest size for the cuff, just to bring it in a bit more. But I'm not unhappy with it. They just do their thing and keep me warm, and that's the main thing. It's quite a nice length, I think, as well. Let's see if I can just move out of the way. So it's just here. So it's kind of, weight just below. It's the right length, I would say, for me, even though I keep pulling it down. But I am happy with the length. I'm really happy with the fit. It's perfect. I wanted it to go over like a t-shirt, because it's a jumper, so I wanted it to be able to go over a t-shirt without any issues. And yeah, I love it so much. So yeah, so that is the Shortcake sweater by Jaime Creates. And so the yarn. So this was all from stash, as I said. I actually had the grey and the lighter stripe for another project, but obviously I didn't know that project. So and I've had it for years, like actually years. This has been in stash. So the dark grey is Cascade 220 Heathers in the charcoal grey 8400. The thin stripe, which looks kind of like a white, but it's actually a very pale blue, that is Cascade 220 Heathers in the pale blue colourway 9558. And then the pink, again a very old stash, is Rowan Pure Wool Worsted in 00151. So I love the colours. I think they're quite perfect for this time of year, kind of Halloweeny. But I'm going to wear it all year round. Well, probably not all year round, but all winter at least. And I love that there's no decreases on the sleeve, even though I want to do that next time. But yeah, it was super simple. Really easy to follow, great pattern. I love the folded collar. It's just such a cute little detail. And you know what, it worked out really well. I haven't knit a DK garment for a very long time, so I was a bit worried about gauge. I don't swatch, so you know, I could have saved myself some heartache and actually swatched, but I didn't want to. And it, you know, it worked out really well. I used much less yarn than I expected. I think I only used like maybe almost 2 balls of the dark grey, almost 2 of the pink. Well, even the pink, I think I only just got into the second one, I think. And then the light grey, I definitely only just got into the second ball. So I was quite impressed with that. I guess I just wasn't thinking DK goes quite a long way, doesn't it, really? I think it was knit a 4.5mm needle, except for the cuffs, and the cuffs were knit in a, I want to say 3.5mm needle. Yeah, loved it. Would highly recommend the pattern, would highly recommend the Knit Yourself one. Any colours I think work great. Yeah, cannot recommend the pattern any more than I already have. There was a little pickup that we had to do that did confuse me slightly, but she did a tutorial which helped, but it was still unusual, and I don't know if I quite did it right, but it looks okay, so I was happy with that. And then, so that is my finished object, my first finished object, and my what I'm wearing. And I did a little reel on Instagram, or a short on YouTube, reel on Instagram, or the reel, either way. It's just a little rundown of how I made the jumper. I'll link that below. And yeah, it's just a short little 1.5 minutes of all my pictures and things. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this. Really, really pleased. And if you do have me on Instagram, I haven't posted a picture yet, but I've got the reel, and in the reel there's a picture of me. You can see the whole jumper, so it looks really good, and I'll post a few pictures as well at some point. So yeah, so I'm really pleased with that. And then my next finished object, as you may all remember, or if you've been here for a long time, you'll know that I knit every year. I knit the Telly Bean Knits Halloween cowl, and this year was no exception. So it's a mystery knit along. She releases a clue every day from the 1st of October to the 13th of October. So there's 13 clues. Leading up to it, she gives you a information sheet on what yarn colours to choose, all of that sort of stuff. Now, in previous years, I think I discussed this last time, previous years I've been a lot more organised, and I've picked, right, these are my 6 colours, these are the 6 colours I'm going to use, with some variations. But this year I just said, right, here's all my scraps, and I'm going to use those. So that's what I've done, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So let me just show you that. So I absolutely love it. It's really good this year. I'm really pleased with it. I can rely on Telly Bean Knits to come out with a beautiful pattern, but I just, yeah, she surprises me every year. Even though I know it's going to be good, she just surprises me. Like I said, I completely stash dived, so I have not much clue what this yarn is. Now, I know this black is... No, I don't know what the black is, sorry. That's a useless start. This brown in here I know is Blue Fern Yarns. The orange is Yarnsmiths. The orange and the pink actually is Yarnsmiths. The blue I think is Sweet Georgia, but I'm not sure. The green is All Wool That Ends Wool. The orange is Yarnsmiths. These two might be Blue Fern Yarns, but I'm not 100% sure. And the blue in here is Blue Fern Yarns. So yeah, let me just try it on for you. I have done a reel as well for this one, so if you could check that out, that'd be great. I'll link it down below. So yeah, let me see if I can I'll just stand up. So it's a bandana cowl. It comes to a point. Excuse my poor blocking, but you know what, it's gonna be in my coat, so no one will actually see that. Yeah, so that's it. I love it so much. And you can see it scrunches up under your neck to keep you warm. And I was out last night and I just pulled it up like that to keep me warm because I was a bit cold. And yeah, I just love it so much. So the theme this year was Halloween party. So it was all around a Halloween party. And just to say again, it's by Wellbeing Knits or Stephanie Lotvin. And so each clue has its own theme, own name around the theme. The theme is Halloween party. So this first one, this blue and green, was bobbing for apples. So they're kind of like little apples there. This yellow and purple is costume box little wigs. So these are supposed to be like little wigs here. I thought that was so clever. It was a hard stitch to do, but it's so clever. Then the orange clue is put out the pumpkins. You can see they're kind of like little pumpkins. The green, now that's kind of a good angle. You can kind of see, sorry, I'm trying not to cover my mouth. You can see they're kind of triangles. Now they are called uninvited guests, and the clue had a little moth on it. So I don't know if it was supposed to be like a moth, like that's his body and that's his wings there, to say that they're uninvited. But yeah, I thought that was really cute. And then the next clue was Porch Decor part 1 and 2. So this was part 1 and part 2, and that's Porch Decor. So they've got their skeleton out there on the porch ready for the Halloween party. Isn't he cute? And if you look closely at the front, there's 2 little bats there and there. Aren't they cute? So yeah, love those. Then the next clue is actually a little snake. So there's his head and he goes, that's his body there. Can you see that kind of? And then there's another one repeated on the other side here. And so he was called Party Favours. I'll just bring him up here. You can see him a bit better there. Party Favours. Now, she did do an alternative to this one in case you didn't want a snake, you know, around your neck or anything like that. So the alternative was just this came to like a swirl at the end. But I guess Party Favours is maybe like gummy snakes or something. So yeah, I really like that one. And then my favourite, my absolute favourite, is these little cats in pumpkin outfits. In a little pumpkin. Isn't that so cute? So this one was called Guests Arrive. So this is a little guest to the party in their little costume, and the costume is a pumpkin. And I just think it's brilliant. It makes me smile so much. When I saw the clue, I was like, yep. Yeah, I love that. Love that so much. And that was part 1 and part 2. So part 1 and part 2. And then the next one, which is this clue right here. This was open the gate. So they've opened the gate, ready for their guests to come or to go trick-or-treating or something. And there's the gate there. And then, so that was day 10 by now, day 10. Day 11 and 12, so part 1 and part 2, was trick or treat. So part 1 was up to about here and part 2 was the rest. And it's little ghosties. And he's holding a pumpkin, but I think the pumpkin is supposed to be like his little bag for his trick or treat and for his sweets. And he's got a little like stripy leggings on or stripy tights. Oh, it just makes me smile so much. And then the last one is called Final Touches. And you can kind of see, oh, sorry. got the inside there. You can see the inside again there, but so this is called Final Touches, and you can see it's actually called spiderweb lace. So you can see there's a bit of a spider web there, and I didn't block it properly really, but yeah, so I kind of blocked it so it came to those little points there, and that's called spiderweb lace. And you can see, I'll show you my floats because you've seen half of them anyway. There's my floats. Please don't judge my floats. I don't know if they're any good or not, but there they are. So yeah, I just love that lace. It's so much fun, and it really finishes it off. You could have done an alternative of just plain rib, but I really like the idea of the lace. Yeah, love that. So that is my Halloween KAL, all ready for Halloween, which is actually tomorrow. So I'm filming this on the 30th of October. I have worn this since it came off the blocking mat. Yeah, so I love it so much. So that's that. And like I said, I have done a reel for it, again just showing each clue, the name of the clue and everything, so you can have a little look at that as well. And now we've got, that's it for finished objects. So now we're into works in progress, and now you probably all know what I'm going to show you, but maybe you don't, I don't know. But let's get into that, shall we? So it's currently living in this Truly Hooked hand-dyed yarn bag. And I'm just going to say off the top, spoiler alert, huge spoiler alert. If you have been watching the if you've been knitting the Stephen West Mystery MusiKAL, I'm about to show clue 1 and half of clue 2. So if you do not want to see it, please skip ahead. If I can figure out how to, I'll tell you where to skip ahead to. But yeah, spoiler alert. I'm sure, I feel like we've all seen it now, but you never know. And I don't want to ruin it for people. That would be, I wouldn't enjoy that. So, you ready? I said spoiler alert. You ready? You ready? You ready? Here she is. Oh wow, it actually looks really good on screen. I was worried it didn't look good, but it looks really good on screen. I'm really pleased. Ignore the ends. I haven't woven all of them in. I haven't really woven any in, to be honest, but yeah. So these, if you're not familiar with the pattern, so clue 1 comprises of 6, oh golly, it's hard to hold, 6 scallops. So it's these here, these are the scallops here. And then clue 2 is squiggles. So it's all these squiggles from the pink line there all the way up. They're squiggles. And so, yeah, really enjoying it. I got a bit behind because I wanted to finish my Halloween mystery knit along, and I wanted to finish this jumper. I've been knitting this jumper since the beginning of September, so it was ready to be off the needles. But yeah, so I got a bit behind with my Stephen West Mystery MusiKAL, but I'm really pleased with it. I'll just show it one more time. So that's the 6 scallops and then the squiggles, and the squiggles are such a relief after the scallops. The scallops include welts, brioche and eyelets. So I'll just show you the other side. You can see the highlight of blue on the other side on the scallops there. Just there, look. There's that blue pop from the brioche. So squishy, so beautiful. I wish I could show it better, but it's just on a short-ish cable, and the thought of losing stitches right now really stresses me out. So that's the back, and yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Actually, it looks really good on screen. Looks really good. So I'm really pleased with that. I'll just show you the front one more time. Yeah, I'm loving that so much. So what yarn is she using? So I'm going to have to go a bit from memory because I forgot the bag, but that's okay. So we've got two, no, not that one. These two are from Blue Fern Yarns. They are from her Christmas box. So not the Advent, but the Christmas box. We've got the tonal and then the main colour, the main skein. I can't remember what it was called. I'll put the name here somewhere. I'll put the name. And yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So this is my colour D. This is B, I believe. This colour is, this is Undyed Yak from Pixie Yarn. I'm sorry about the cakes. They're being moved around here, there and everywhere, so they're a bit messed up. But this is Undyed Yak from Pixie Yarn, and that is a that is colour C, I think. I keep switching these two around, so yeah, I'm not entirely sure which one is which at the moment. That's why I can't commit to that answer. And then my final colour is this beautiful, oh, that's coming up beautiful. This is Craft House Magic. It is Karen's Little Cafe or something like that. It's the, I'll put the name right here. It is the custom, no, is that the right name? Is that the right word? It's the colourway for Yarn in a Teacup. Their custom exclusive, that's the one, exclusive colourway for Yarn in a Teacup yarn shop in Norwich. Craft House Magic dyed that for them, and Karen, I believe, is the lady's name. I'll put the name here, sorry. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm loving that. So that is my colour A. That's A. God, I can't believe, I can't get over how beautiful it looks on the camera. And it is, it's beautiful in person, but it looks so bright and shiny on there. Obviously, it isn't that bright. It's a little bit toned down, but who cares? The screen looks good. So, yeah, so that's the colours. And yeah, Mystery MusiKAL. So I think there are, I want to say maybe 12 squiggles. And I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm on the 6th squiggle, so I'm halfway there. Yeah, so that's exciting. Yeah, so that's it for works in progress, and that will be my kind of sole project now. For anyone that knows me well enough, they'll know I'm quite a monogamous knitter. I had to actually just put this down, pick up the Halloween cowl, knit on that, finish that, then pick this up, finish that, and then go back to the Mystery MusiKAL. So yeah, that's going to be the kind of main project now. However, there has been some things that have piqued my interest and looked and caught my eye. And I'll kind of get into that a bit later. Sorry, I'll get into that later. I'll add it to my notes. I just thought of two things. Sorry, I thought of one thing that I need to add to my other thing for later. So, one skein. Right, so just to jog my memory later. But let's get into acquisitions. So I've had a few kind of spooky Halloween themed acquisitions, and then also, if anyone's been paying attention to my page, I posted a short reel, whichever one it is for YouTube, for when I went to Oxford Yarn Store, or Oxford in general, but Oxford Yarn Store as well. And I bought some yarn, and I just wanted to discuss that a little bit more in detail. So, acquisitions. So firstly, I have been chatting away with Rhiannon of Cozy Crab for a long time now, a good few months, and it was time to make a purchase. Sorry, Rhiannon, it took me so long. But I do like speaking to you. And so I saw this and I thought, yeah, let's get this. So this is called this is her spooky box. And she is, sorry, I should be more specific. So it's a spooky stitch marker collection box, and it's by Cosy Crab. So Cosy Crab, Rhiannon, same person. Rhiannon is Cosy Crab is Rhiannon, and she released a spooky box. So she does a lot of these boxes. She's had a couple of Christmas ones, a winter one, an autumn one. She's got I think gingerbread one coming up, and she's got Christmas Advent. She's got she had the spooky box. Yeah, let's just get into it, shall we? So I'll just give you a little glimpse of the goodies. You can kind of see them there. So let's start. She has put in and I've opened this, sorry. I did do an unboxing video and I was going to post it as a short, but I just waffled on for too long, so I couldn't do that in the end. But anyway, she puts in this cute little thank you card. So thank you so much, it says. And it says, to Robin, thank you so much for your spooky order. I hope this helps your MusiKAL progress, Rhiannon. So of course, Rhiannon, I've been messaging Rhiannon about my MusiKAL and she's seen my reels and things. So yeah, that was all related to that. And then we've got, so I'll start off with the fun little sweet treats that she stuck in there, if I can do it without causing absolute mayhem. So first thing that greeted me was party rings, trick or treat minis. Happy with that. Love a party ring, not had a party ring in years. And these are Halloween themed ones, pumpkin, a cat, a ghost. So I'm excited to crack those open and have those with my knitting. Then she's also put in a little tea bag there. Welsh tea as well. Rhiannon is in Wales, so that's an obvious choice. Not an obvious choice, that's a good choice to go with a Welsh tea there. I'm so excited for these party rings, sorry. Then the next thing I saw when I opened this was her cute ring dings. And I love that she calls them ring dings, and it makes me laugh every time, and I just love saying ring dings. But those are the ring dings. I hope you can see those. So they're a ring stitch marker with a little bead on them, and they're in funky colours. I love the colours of these. Really Halloween themed funky colours. And there's the Cosy Crab logo right there. You might recognise that little crab if you follow him on if you follow Rhiannon on Instagram, sorry. So cute. And then we've got the needle stoppers. So these are so cute. These are the needle stoppers for the spooky box. How cute are those? I love them so much. And they're the same, yeah, they're the same on both sides. So cute. We've got a little cat, a little pumpkin, 2 bats, and a spiderweb, and they're all in a little pumpkin as well. I took a good picture, so I'll put that in here at some point to really show that off. So yeah, they're gonna go on my needles. I found needle stoppers really handy for the first clue of the mystery MusiKAL, so yeah, I'll keep those and use those for that. And then you get stitch markers, and these are so cute. Can I get this off here? No, it's okay. These are so cute. So she's put them in on this little chain attached to a card, and it's got a key ring kind of thing situation. And there's 4 stitch markers. Let me see if I can kind of show them a bit better. Oh, Let me just take them off. Oh, that's not how you do that. There we go. So we've got 4 stitch markers. So one says boo. Boo. Then we've got a little pumpkin. I love this pumpkin. It's quite cute. Little pumpkin. And then we've got a little skeleton. He's good too. And then a bat. Sorry, this correction. This is a bat pumpkin demon hybrid. So he's really cute. And so you get the 4, and I got them all on the rings. She had you can choose rings or lobster claw. Now a lobster claw is this is a lobster claw. So I went with the rings because I thought I might use them a bit more, because I don't tend to use like progress keepers. I'll use stitch markers for, you know, when it says move the marker or place a marker. That's what I would use it for. So that's why I got the ring ones. Yeah. So that's the, I don't know if I can show you this. That's the ring version. Sorry, that's the ring there. Yeah. So like I say, you can choose at checkout. So when you go to order, you say how many you want, how many boxes you want. So you want 1 box or 2 boxes, whatever. And then it will say, do you want a ring or do you want a lobster? And it's all on Etsy. So I'll get the Etsy for you. So it's cozycrabco.etsy.com. And she is the Cozy Crab Co on Instagram. And that's her business card. So cute, so cute. And we're not done. We are not done. The box does not end there. We then have, let me just put them all back on the lobster claw. I don't want to lose them, that's the thing. Then we have stickers. She also sent lovely stickers. So we've got a haunted house with some gravestones there. We've got some bloody hands, handprints. I don't want to know what happened there. And then we've got a pumpkin ghost, a ghost and a pumpkin. So cute. I love his little smile on the ghost, I mean. And then we've got a little gnome. A gnome or a gonk. I'm not sure what the difference is. And he's got a sign. Yeah, he's got a sign with pumpkins on it. And his hat's got little skulls on it. Sorry, I'll show it for you. And then there you go. And then we've got a little bat. So cute. We are not done. There is more. There is so much more. I'll show you the size of this box in a second. You will be shocked. I don't know how she fitted it all in because, yeah. 2 spiders. Oh, you can't see those. 2 spiders. Just little spiders. Nothing, not for knitting, just for decoration. And they're cute. And then a little eyeball chocolate. Let me just show you the eyeball. It's watching you. So yeah. So that is the box. And let me just show you the box again. All closed. So you can see that you can get the idea of the size. That's the box. And all of that fits in there. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So thank you, Rhiannon. I paid for that. Obviously I didn't want to make it sound like you gifted it to me. Sorry. But yes, thank you. And it's beautiful. And I love seeing what she comes out with next. She has these brilliant ideas for boxes. And yeah, so perfect. I can't get it back all in, but there we go. And then, yeah, so that's great. Thank you so much, Rhiannon. Beautiful. Then we have, this. Now, when I was in Amsterdam, Blue Fern Yarns posted that she was doing a Halloween box. And it was being released when I was there. And initially I thought, nah, I don't need a box. I don't need a Halloween box. I don't need yarn. I don't need yarn. But I just knew it would be good. I know what Blue Fern Yarns is like. I'd seen the inspiration picture and I thought that's beautiful. It had purples, and I'll put it in here if I remember. And it had purples and blacks, and it just looks so fun. So I ordered it. And I can't show you the front, but I can show you the inside. So it came with this beautiful, I love this colour, tissue paper. And then if we just open that up. So firstly, Blue Fern Yarns always sends a tea, a coffee, a little biscuit, and then a card, her business card, Blue Fern Yarns. This is, sorry, Blue Fern Yarns. And then just some information about washing your yarn and you know, keeping it nice. So this is Blue Fern Yarns. We all know Blue Fern Yarns by now, and if you watch me, you will know Blue Fern Yarns. There's no way you've watched this show and what am I? There's no way you've watched my podcast and not gone, oh yeah, Blue Fern Yarns, yeah. Shannon, we love you over here. So that's what you get, and she puts that in a cute little bag. Then oh yes, there was two things. Then the to go with that, obviously because it's a box, you get some extra little goodies. I'm just wondering if I can open this. Oh yeah, I can open this. Oh, brilliant. Then extra goodies. So the theme was around a haunted house. I will have posted, you will have seen the inspiration picture by now. And to cover that theme, she sent stitch markers. Sorry, needle protectors. Aren't they so cute? And perfect for this little box. Perfect. They're so thick. They've got some like heft to them. They're not, you know, messing about. So yeah, I love those. They're brilliant. You can see the hole to put your needles. Yeah, I love those. So they're great, and they came in this black bag. And then she also sent my favourite, my absolute favourite of all things. She sent light bulb stitch markers. My absolute favourite. I use these every day in my knitting. There is not a day, where I do not touch a light bulb stitch marker and use a light bulb stitch marker. So more is better. So I will use those for sure. And I needed some black ones. Mine all seem to be green, unless I just happen to pick up all the green ones. But so a different colour is nice. And now the yarn, the bit we've all been waiting for. And she's outdone herself. It's beautiful. She said it wasn't her usual colours, and it isn't really. But it's stunning. And it's, if you've seen the picture, which you would have done by now, you would have seen the picture, the inspiration picture. It's perfect. Isn't that beautiful? And look at those three minis. Purple, bright orange, and a bright pink. And they're not quite highlighter in real life. They are definitely more toned down, but beautiful. And then the main skein, you can see it has that green from the inspiration picture, the purples, the pinks. Oh, it's just beautiful. Some really darker patches. Stunning. Absolutely beautiful. And that is Blue Fern Yarns, obviously. Blue Fern yarns, and it is called Haunted House 2025 Halloween set. It's classic sock, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters per 100 grams. And then each mini is 20 grams, and that's 85 meters. So you got 100 grams and 3 20s. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this yet. I was thinking, if anyone's familiar with, I mean, why wouldn't you be? Twin Set and Pearls patterns. They've released a pattern called the Pia 62, Pia, like a Pia 62. And it has a main skein and then 2 minis running up the side. It's beautiful. But obviously I have 3 minis, so I don't know, but I'm thinking maybe take that one out and use those 2 with the main skein, or see if I can incorporate the 3rd one maybe. But that's my plan. Probably a Pia 62 because it's beautiful. This yarn is beautiful, but I will have to stare at it for a bit and just enjoy it. So yeah, so that is that. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Shannon. You have done an amazing job of that. And I just love seeing what Shannon's doing next. In fact, today Shannon's advent arrived, so I'm so excited to get tucked into that on December 1st. And I just know it's going to be good. I just know, because Shannon is good, it's going to be good. So it's going to be really, really good, guys. So yeah, so that is beautiful. And lastly, on the acquisitions front, as I said, I went to Oxford Yarn Store. Never been before. Absolutely loved it. Beautiful, beautiful building. We saw, obviously they've recently moved, well not obviously, but if you didn't know, they've recently moved from about 2 doors away, and the new location is just, it's perfect for a yarn store in my opinion. I don't know what the old one was like, but this one is just, it's bright, it's airy, there's glass, it's all glass, it's in this old, but oh, it's beautiful. Anyway, enough of that. The crinkling is about to start, sorry. So having not been to Oxford Yarn Store before, I decided to get some little goodies just to remember the day by. So we actually went for my mum's birthday, so but it wasn't on her birthday, but we went to sort of as a day out for her birthday, and yeah, loved it so much. Please check out my reel short about it. It was about 2-3 weeks ago now, and yeah, so that has more details on where we went, what we did, all that kind of thing. But the highlight was really Oxford Yarn Store, let's be honest. So I picked up a postcard, Oxford Yarn Store postcard, and then I saw this cute little sticker and I had to have her. It says Oxford Yarn Store across there, and it's just me. I mean, it's me in a sticker. Look at all that yarn in her arms. I mean, imagine me carrying this lot. I would be her, wouldn't I? I just need the green jumper, the pink shoes and the stripy trousers, and I'm her, and the pink glasses. But, you know, I'm her generally. So, love her. Then they had these cute bags. Oxford Yarn Store. Just a little drawstring. Oh, I can't do the drawstring. Just a little drawstring. Nothing faffy. Yeah, Oxford Yarn Store. And then I wanted to get some yarn, and I'd had this yarn in mind because I'd seen it quite a lot on I'd seen the ladies on Twin Set and Pearl talking about it quite a bit, and I did get some. So my friend sent me some of this yarn from she bought it in Norway, but this yarn is so this is the same brand. It's Sanders Garn. Tin Peer Gint. It's It's 100%, sorry, got my hair on it, of course. It's 100% Norwegian wool, produced in Norway. Beautiful. So I got 2 colours. I got those 2 colours. I don't know why. They just spoke to me, and so I got them. And they're both Tin Peer Gint. Yep, Tin Peer Gint. And yeah, I just saw that purple and I thought, I love that purple, and then I saw the green, I love the green, and I thought, well, why not together? So I got them both. The green is 9572 and the purple is 4672. I don't know if they have official colourway names, but that's them two. And they are going to be in true twin set and pearl style. They are going to be a Simon cowl. So it was a very twin set and pearl themed day. It was only right to get yarn from their store, or not their store, sorry, but the store that they go to quite a lot, and to knit a project of theirs and to buy the yarn that they like. And yeah, so we thought we'd do that. Mom's knit hers already. If she's okay with it, I'll put a picture in here. She's knit a Simon shawl, a Simon scarf, sorry. So she used this green and a white, like a creamy white in the same yarn. Beautiful. And my mom is Chappy Knits on Instagram, if you want to see her makes. And I'll put her name here as well. So yeah, beautiful. So that's going to be a Simon cowl at some point when I've finished MusiKALs and all sorts going on. So yeah, love that. Also went into, I messaged Rachel of Twin Set and Pearl actually before I went, and I said, where should we go? Obviously Oxford Yarn Store was already on our list, and she recommended going to, in the covered market, there is another yarn store called the Wool Hound. So we dropped into the Wool Hound and we got a cute little sticker. We got this cute little sticker, but I didn't get any yarn from them, but I just love the sticker and the little dog, the little hound. So yeah, so that's what we got, and it was a really good day. Highly recommend going to Oxford Yarn Store, and I think they'll be having a visit from Bird Street Yarn soon, so that will be worth checking out for sure. And oh yes, so that is it for acquisitions and sort of future plans, but there's 2 more future plans and a little mention. So if you will have seen my last episode, you would have seen I had a special guest. That guest was Emma of Yarn and Glitter. So Yarn and Glitter, Emma of Yarn and Glitter, she has teamed up with Cosy Crab to host a sock along in November. So it starts November 1st. It'll go until it'll go till November 30th. So it's Cosy Crab, Yarn and Glitter pairing up to do a sock along during November. Get your Christmas knits in there, I would say. If you're knitting socks for people, get them in there. So the way that you enter this giveaway is on Instagram. Use the hashtag Cosy Glitter Sock Along, and some beautiful prizes. Please check out Yarn and Glitter or Cosy Crab Instagram to get some more details about that. So I'll hopefully be joining in. Well, I plan to join in. My plan is to dig out my oh, it's not here. I plan to dig out my West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas yarn that I bought at Newbury this year, and I'm thinking 2 at a time, just because, why not? So yeah, that's my plan to participate in that. Beautiful prizes, so please go and check out Cosy Crab, the Cosy Crab, what was her Instagram, sorry, the Cosy Crab Co on Instagram, and Yarn and Glitter on Instagram for more information about that. And Yarn and Glitter has done a little podcast about it as well. And then another thing that's coming up is Hohi Locatelli is doing a One Skein Wonder shawl. So I have a lot of one skeins, specifically in there and in there. So the little lonely skeins, she is doing, like I said, a one skein shawl, sorry. It's called the One Skein Wonder. So I think the pattern is still on sale. But yes, I plan to do that, and that will be, I think that's being released on the weekend, November something. So I think that is everything. Yes, that is everything. All the show notes will be in the description below. And thank you so much for watching. And happy Halloween. I hope you all have a lovely Halloween, a lovely safe Halloween. Please be safe out there. And if you're going trick-or-treating, have so much fun. I'm going to be at home doing my Lego. I've got some Halloween Lego to do, and I've also got knitting to do. So, you know, it will be tricky. Tricky to choose which one to do. But I hope you all have a lovely couple of weeks until my next podcast. Thank you for watching. Bye.